Week-long strike across Cal State system begins. The university, the country's largest four-year public institution by enrollment, hasn't conceded to some union demands, including a 12% raise this academic year. Another massive higher education strike began Monday, with workers across the 23-campus California State University system walking off the job in pursuit of better pay. More mental health counselors for students, semester-long paid parental leave, and other concessions. CSU is the nation's largest public four-year university by enrollment. The California Faculty Association, representing roughly 29,000 tenure-line instructional faculty members, lecturers, librarians, counselors, and coaches within the system, says the strike. Its first system-wide one will last through this week. This is the first week of spring semester classes on multiple California state campuses. Neither Cal State nor the CFA provided numbers Monday for how many employees were actually withholding labor. But William A. Herbert, executive director of the National Center for the Study of Collective Bargaining in Higher Education and the Professions, said it's the largest bargaining unit of faculty that have gone on strike in at least a decade. He said data gaps at his center, located at the City University of New York's Hunter College, prevent comparisons further back than that. Herbert said it's also the second largest higher education worker strike overall, again judging by bargaining unit size. In at least 10 years, behind only the University of California strike in 2022. It's been a little over a year since the end of that historic strike by unions representing 48,000 graduate assistants, postdoctoral scholars, and other University of California workers. Asked Monday why the CFA set a week-long strike instead of an indefinite one, a union spokeswoman told Inside Higher Ed via email simply that lots of factors go into choosing the best method for striking. A 5-day strike worked best for our members at this time. The union didn't provide an interview with a top statewide leader. The union kept its strike date, which it set last month, despite the Cal State system announcing a 5% general salary increase for the union's workers on January 9th. And despite Teamsters Local 2010, whose skilled trades workers were supposed to walk out alongside the CFA Monday, backing out after announcing a tentative agreement with the university Friday. John Caravello, a philosophy lecturer and vice president of the CFA chapter at Cal State's Channel Islands campus, said the Teamsters were going to cover early morning shifts to block deliveries. So the CFA had to assemble another wall of workers. At the Channel Islands campus, he said, the union got about 15 faculty members, a few Party for Socialism and Liberation members, and even a few Teamsters to block the loading docks. There were a couple picket crossers, but most of them turned around, Caravello said of the trucks. He said, a good majority of our members are participating in striking and withholding labor. A CSU Channel Islands campus spokeswoman said, we do not have data for how many classes faculty may have canceled or how many of them are not working today. Caravello said, we're out here to build a better university, whereas CSU management and the chancellor, they could easily stop this by meeting our demands instead of playing games and disrespecting us at the bargaining table. Earlier this month, at the same time that Cal State system leaders announced the 5% raise, they said they were done negotiating with the CFA, which has been pushing for a 12% increase this academic year. Officials at the system didn't provide an interview or respond to emailed questions Monday, though it did send out a news release saying the parties were in communication with each other over the weekend. Its leaders spoke at a news conference Friday and took a few questions from reporters. After more than 7 months of negotiations, our faculty union continues to demand a 12% general salary increase for the fiscal year 23-24, said Leora Friedman, Vice Chancellor for Human Resources for the Cal State system. If we were to agree to the increases that these unions are demanding, she said, referencing both the CFA and the Teamsters, who were still set to strike at the time, we would have to make severe cuts to programs, we would have to lay off employees, this would jeopardize our educational mission and cause hardship to many employees. Joseph Palermo, a history professor at California State University, Sacramento, said, we've defended the budget of these schools forever. I think the budgets would be much lower and cut if we hadn't been organizing and agitating all these years. He said system leaders should take